everyone. In this video, I'll share my top 10 home theater movies of 2024. Like last year, I'm putting out my list a little early because I'm pretty confident my list won't change. My rankings take into account various aspects of audio quality, video quality, and the movie itself. These movies don't necessarily have to be the best at anything, instead deliver across the board as a complete, enjoyable home theater experience. This is based on my own criteria, my own likes and preferences. Your top 10 may be different, and that's absolutely okay. Definitely share yours in the comments section below. Also, I certainly haven't seen every movie this year. With that being said, we'll start with my number 10 pick. At number 10 is RoboCop 2, one of the best looking movies released this year. Deep blacks, bright scenes were vivid, excellent contrast. I could see the subtle color changes in RoboCop's armor. The bright scenes in particular are incredibly vibrant and detailed. Audio was good, surrounds were active, good output from the overhead speakers. The movie itself is a good ride. The confrontation at the end was absolutely awesome to watch. This was a childhood favorite, and I was overjoyed to be able to see this in my home theater, presented very well. At number 9 is The Terminator. I really liked my home theater experience with this movie. It's one of my favorite science fiction action movies of all time, and it presented well in my home theater. It's not the best of the best at anything, audio or video wise, but it delivers. The highlight of this movie is the story itself and the filmmaking that brought it to the screen. It's masterful storytelling and filmmaking. That's part of why it made it into my top 10. Video is detailed and clean. Some fine textures are clear and distinguishable. There's some light grain giving the movie a nice filmic look. Bright scenes are bright. Dark scenes have depth and levels to those blacks. Audio, for me, was just okay. Some of the action scenes were very good with impressive output throughout the surrounds and sub. There are other instances where the bass was lacking a bit more than I thought it should, and overall, the audio sounded, to me, relatively thin, but nothing so egregious that I wouldn't include it in my top 10 home theater movies of 2024. This, overall, is a very good home theater watch. At number 8 is Godzilla Kong, The New Empire. If this movie had a better story, it would definitely be higher because audio and video presentation is top notch. It has the same reference quality audio and video goodness as Godzilla King of Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong. Lots of big shots, lots of vibrancy and pop throughout the movie. Audio is exactly what I expected. Demo worthy. LFE is the highlight. It's deep, powerful, and hits frequently throughout the movie. The movie itself is okay. There's definitely an attempt to add some substance to the story, which it probably didn't need. Or if it's going to be there, just need it to be a lot better. But the movie is still entertaining and very rewatchable. For me, that counts for something, and something I accounted for in my rankings. Overall, a fantastic home theater movie. At number 7 is Deadpool and Wolverine. For me, this movie was a bit more about cool moments and scenes. I didn't care for the plot as much, but a lot of the moments landed with me, and it felt like there was a sincere attempt to cater to not just hardcore comic fans, but those who just want a good, fun movie, and I can appreciate that. It's full of laughs, lots of cool team ups and fights. We got cameos, variants of Deadpool and Wolverine. We got Wolverine in his brown suit, if only briefly, which was clearly for fans. Wolverine puts on his headgear, which looked awesome. There were so many subtle nods and little treats in addition to all the big surprises. Audio is good. The music is a big highlight. It absolutely rocked my home theater. LFE is deep and had some big time power. The fight in the opening scene was loud, aggressive, and the LFE hit hard. The surrounds were regularly active. Video quality, fantastic. It's a colorful movie that pops with so many different settings and scenes. You really get a lot of different visuals, and it's all presented very well. Lots of clear, clean detail. Overall, a well done movie and one of my favorite fun home theater movies of the year. At number 6 is Ghostbusters: The Frozen Empire. From a strictly audio and video perspective, one of the best this year. It's also a very entertaining, fun movie with heart, which appealed to me quite a bit. Video is exceptionally sharp and clear. Bright scenes are very bright. The Dolby Atmos mix is excellent in every way. Sound effects are pronounced throughout every speaker, plenty of volume and output from every speaker, but it's all balanced and masterfully designed. LFE can be aggressive and hit very hard. Again, among the best of the best audio this year. The movie itself is very good. I like the family team up. I liked seeing the original Ghostbusters team come back. I liked that the story was just a lot of fun. Really enjoyed this movie. At number 5 is Furiosa. I nearly passed on this movie. I wasn't that interested in seeing it, but I'm glad I took the chance and picked this movie up because it was a very good home theater watch. Some very good action sequences in this movie, big, grand shots. Audio is among the best of the best in 2024. It's absolutely excellent. A lot of activity in the overheads throughout the movie. In nearly every scene, there are echoes, atmosphere, music, a lot of overhead effects that are balanced, dynamic, and pronounced. Video quality is superb, sharp, lots of detail, good contrast, very pleasant looking, much better story than I anticipated going into it. Like I said, I hesitated to pick this up initially, but no regrets at all. Very entertaining and a fun ride. Coming in at number 4 is A Quiet Place Day One. This is the third installment in the A Quiet Place franchise. It follows an ill woman who's trying to navigate her way through New York during the initial attack of these creatures. I'll leave it at that for those who haven't seen this movie yet. A Quiet Place 2 also gives a glimpse into the beginning of the attack, so a small portion of that movie seemingly runs parallel to the timeline in this movie. Just like the prior two movies, A Quiet Place Day One has absolutely excellent audio. All the little subtle sounds in those quieter scenes were pronounced and defined and set the mood in this movie. There were also a lot of big, loud sounds that sounded incredible, impressive LFE, and a very good story. Excellent performances, particularly the lead in this movie. Huge fan of this franchise, and this is an outstanding home theater watch. At number 3 is Twister. This movie, for me, is special because Twister has always been one of my favorite 90s action movies. I never got to see it in a commercial theater, so I was excited to pick this up and see it in my home theater. And for me, this release delivered in every way. LFE hits hard, heavy, and often. The storm scenes are completely immersive, pronounced audio coming from every speaker, lots of volume and output, lots of activity, plenty of audio from the overheads, an all-out auditory assault in a very satisfying way. Video quality, to me, is good. I like the overall video presentation, plenty of detail, not razor sharp, there's a touch of softness, but HDR helped deliver a nice, rich picture. The movie itself is a lot of fun. It has two excellent leads. It's the kind of movie that's made to be seen on a large screen with surround speakers in all of its glory, and it's a ride from the very beginning to the end. An absolutely excellent movie, demo-worthy audio, and good video quality. At number 2 is Dune Part 2. This movie is nearly 3 hours long, but I didn't mind it a bit. I like a good long movie. This is the kind of movie I wanted to spend some time with in this world, get immersed in the story, get to know all the characters, appreciate the stakes, which are very high for everyone, and soak up all that great drama and action. And that's the strength of this movie, how engaging it is. Video quality is fantastic. Not only is it filmmaking detailed, but the shots themselves and cinematography is absolutely beautiful. Audio, quite simply, demo worthy. Deep, powerful LFE, active surrounds, well-shaped distinct sounds, and clear, pronounced dialogue. Such a well-done movie across the board. Godzilla Minus One is my favorite home theater movie of 2024. This is why I built my home theater. It does everything so well across the board. If you want a good story with heart, emotion, and stakes, you've got it here. If you just want to see a big creature movie, you've got it. Or if you just want a demo-worthy movie to flex your home theater muscles, you've got it. This movie actually has a very good human story that's just as engaging and interesting as all the action-packed big scenes with Godzilla. The story is really fantastic from start to finish. There are quite a few emotional moments in this movie, but there are two moments in particular at the end. For those who haven't seen it, I won't spoil it, but I found those moments especially touching. Then there's audio. This is a big creature movie. It's Godzilla. It has to deliver on audio, and it absolutely does. The Dolby Atmos mix is demo-worthy reference quality audio goodness. Godzilla's roar is deep and powerful. Explosions and impact sounds have big time power and rumble that I could feel. Non-action, calmer, quieter scenes have plenty of atmosphere and background, adding lots of detail to the scene and creating an immersive feel. And an excellent score featuring that classic Godzilla theme to the more subtle, haunting, beautiful melodies. Video quality is solid. There's a nice, rich, filmic look to it. Lots of varying shades of grays, browns, and tans throughout the movie. So beyond explosion and Godzilla's atomic breath, colors are a bit subdued. Bright scenes are especially clear and detailed. Darker scenes were okay. If I had to be overly critical of anything, I'd say I wanted a bit more detail in those darker scenes and for those blacks to be a little deeper. But again, I'm being overly critical of a fantastic movie. I consider some movies special that are just right for me, that are in line with all of my likes and preferences. They flip all those switches for me. They just appeal to me in a very specific way. And Godzilla Minus One for me is just special and well deserving of being my favorite home theater movie of 2024. I'll close with a few honorable mentions. This was such a great year for movies. I could list quite a few, but I'll limit this list to a handful, and these are in no particular order. Contagion. This has the cleanest, sharpest, clearest, most defined video I've seen this year. It's phenomenal. Lots of fine detail, very rich looking. Audio is very good. This isn't an action movie, so there isn't a lot of opportunity to showcase anything especially impressive, but the Dolby Atmos does deliver. There's good atmosphere, which is about all you're getting because, again, this just isn't that kind of movie, but you do get all the natural sounding atmospherics from each scene, which is very good. The movie itself is fantastic. A full cast of recognizable faces. Everyone delivers. Great story. I remember watching this when it first came out and thinking how real it seemed. Then we got COVID that came out after this movie, and that real life epidemic was a very close reflection of this movie, which is wild and made this movie even more fascinating. This is an excellent watch. The Abyss. This was on my list of 4K movie wants, and in 2024, it finally got a 4K release. Video-wise, good detail, very good blacks. Lights and bright highlights stood out. Surrounds were active and provided good background sounds and atmosphere. Most of this movie is set underwater, so I could hear those underwater sounds, the creaks and cracks of their station. I could sense the space through the audio. It's an engrossing and engaging movie and a great experience in my home theater. The story is excellent. The acting is top-notch. A special movie for me because it was one of my favorite movies for a long time when I was younger. Still one of my favorites, and I'm happy to have this release. Major League. Very fun movie. Lots of good humor. Great story, a hilarious group of characters bouncing off of each other. The video quality is impressive, lots of bright, vibrant scenes, blues, reds, and greens, absolutely pop. Audio-wise, it's very front-heavy, but the surrounds and overheads have some output in the game scenes and provide room-filling music and crowd noise. I felt like I was right there in the park during those games, and I could really feel the energy, especially the big game at the end. Lots of fun, very good home theater watch. When Titans Rule the Earth. The two movies in this box set may not be a favorite for most. The story certainly isn't perfect, but I enjoyed the action and adventure quite a bit, and I also like a good team up on a journey. It's a fun ride, and there was enough story, action, and adventure to keep me engaged. The highlight is the DTS HD 5.1 audio. The surrounds captured a lot of those background atmospheric sounds, regular audio out of the overheads, room-filling score, really impressive audio across both movies. Video quality isn't a showcase for either movie, but good contrast, nice colors, generally rich looking. Some of the CGI creatures were not good. They looked cartoony and really stood out against the other elements on screen, but lots going on in various scenes, from the video to the audio to the storyline, the shots. There's a lot to take in. This release delivered a very enjoyable home theater experience. 2024 was a fantastic year for new releases. This really is why I built my home theater. This isn't just about best acting or best screenplay or video quality or audio. It's about sitting down, turning off the lights, and enjoying the entire movie watching experience. That's my top 10. Share your top movies of 2024 in the comments section below.